Welcome everybody, it's RustyMoney here. This is a channel full of live streams, challenges, let's plays, and more. So I hope you enjoy this next creation. Welcome everybody to my channel RustyMoney Gaming here on YouTube with myself, RustyMoney. So I had been requested to look at a particular map in Farming Simulator 25 that I will tell you I have never looked at in all of FS19, 22, or 25 until now. That map is none other than Welker Farms. So I am going to create a challenge for everybody to enjoy as requested. I'm not sure whether or not I will take on this challenge, but we will see what time allows. In past, I have created other challenges on other maps by request and shared those as other challenges created for everybody else to enjoy. So here we are on Welker Farms. You will need this map, a North American map called Welker Farms. This map is by Mapper's Paradise. It is 508.59 megabytes to install. It is actually a really neat map. I've never looked at it. I was quite surprised. Now it is all flat land, but that is okay. It can make it fun when it comes to building up farms and production points and sell points and other things like that for those beginner people in the landscape screen. So you'll need this map to do this challenge, and the challenge will be called Welker's Farmland Challenge. So we will load into the map. Now, you have the opportunity to do this challenge in career or multiplayer mode. I will allow either one. So for this example, we will just choose career mode. And we need to select Welker Farms. Now the preset to do this challenge the way I would like it set up and presented to you, start from scratch mode. Your starting money needs to be 1 million. Starting loan is 0. Economic difficulty will be player's choice. For this example, I'll leave it here on normal. And you will select no farm and no guided tour. And we will load into our mods. Mods are allowed in this challenge, both PC and console, all platform mods. Money generators are not allowed in this challenge, such as windmills or other things like that. I don't know. I just decided no money generators. If you want to use them, that is fine. I would just be reasonable with the money generators. So for this example, I'm just going to shut off these mods and load in. Once you are loaded into Welker Farms, as you see here, you will adjust all of your settings to your choice. So all of your game settings here, you can set those however you wish to do. I'm going to leave everything like it is just for this example purpose for how to start the Welker Farmland Challenge. So here we go to the next step. and how to set this up. You will then go to Finances. Once you are here in Finances, you need to borrow the maximum amount of $500,000. So we will raise that all the way up to 500,000. Once you have that 500,000, you now have $1.5 million, and I will show you what you can choose to do with that $1.5 million. Now, before we do that, I will say that there is no opportunity for any additional loans. Once you pay off that loan of 500,000, there is no more loaning or borrowing the money. It does show here in statistics that there is collectibles on this map. I do not know what they are or where they are. So if you find a collectible, you may use collectibles. This map also offers contracts. So as you can see here, the contracts pay pretty well for these sides of fields on this map. So you can do these contracts, you can borrow the equipment, and you may also lease equipment in this challenge. Now, the next step in the following setup with the $1.5 million is in the following by looking at the PDA of the map. So here in the PDA of the map, you can see we are flashing right here with our white triangle, and we are on Farmland 1, which has a value of 1.082664. So basically $1 million, almost $1,100,000 is what this will cost you. The other farmland for this challenge is right here on Farmland 20 for $705,000. And the last one is here on Farmland 2, which is $734,000. One of the goals in this challenge is to buy all three of these farmlands. So Farmland 2, Farmland 1, and Farmland 20. That is one of the ultimate goals in this challenge, is to buy all three of those farmlands. But before we get that far, what do we do with this 1.5 million? Well, you can start with one of those three properties. So you will buy either Farmland 2, Farmland 1, or Farmland 20 to start. For this example, I'm going to go ahead here and show you. We're going to buy Farmland 2 to start. We are going to fly over to Farmland 2. You can see our character right there. There is our character. Well, right across the road here is Farmland 2. And it is empty. There is nothing here. All right, well, what is the object? Now, well, on all three of these farmlands, Farmland 2, where we're going to start, Farmland 1, and Farmland 20 are what I need to buy to finish this challenge. I need to buy both Farmland 1 and Farmland 20. But on all three of these farmlands, I need to build a farm. Not only that, I still have to pay off my $500,000 and then finish with $1 million in the bank. All right? So, to start here, we own Farmland 2. We own this large field. There is nothing wrong with you breaking this Farmland 2 into multiple fields if you so wish, to give you multiple opportunities for different crops. So what I probably would do myself here is potentially cut this into like 3 or 4 fields. I might cut this right here straight across that way and then have this as one big field. I might cut this straight up this way and then have a little field right here. And then what I might do is cut from here right to this side of our farmyard. Have this be a field and have this be a field. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have like 5 fields almost. But you could do whatever you wish with that property now that you own it. The only thing that you have to do is over on this property, you have to build a farm. So, of course, we would need a house. So we would put a farmhouse down, let's say. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our farmhouse, let's say, right here. Okay, now we need some kind of equipment shed or something over here. So let's get a shed. We would then put a shed over here as well. Let's put it right there. Okay. And then let's say we would like a silo to complete a farm build. So then we would need a silo. And we will put our silo, let's see, let's put our silo like right here. Okay, and let's say that we also would like a fuel point. So we will put in a fuel point. Right there. And then let's say we also need somewhere to get water. So we will put our windmill right here to get us water. Okay, and then last but not least, let's say we would also like an animal on our farm. So let's get some cows. And we would put in our cow pen right here. And let's customize for the fence. No, we'll not do that. Let's skip no and put down meadow grass. Yes. So there. That is just an easy, simple example build of a farm. That would consist of a farm, or you could add more sheds if you so wish to each farm. Now, with the rest of that money, what are you going to do? Well, you're probably going to buy yourself some equipment to get started in farming on Welker Farms here by Mapper's Paradise. But, again, how would I split this up? So let's go to the landscape screen here, and let's just try and do this really quick like for you for example purposes, whoops, I didn't mean to put that down right there. We want dirt. Okay, so we're going to go right here, and we are going to paint, let's say, and that's not very straight, but I think you get my point of view here. Oh, we got utility line right there, so that kind of works out great. I didn't even know those were there. So then we'll cut right here, or you could cut right where the utility lines are, all right? So then you have one field right here. Okay, then you have a field here. And then if you wanted to, you could cut this up a little bit. You could even cut it like, oh, let's say from that tree right there. Let's go from this tree. And we will cut it this way. Okay, so then you have a field right here. And a field right here, and a field right there, and a big field down here. So you have the opportunity right now to get yourself started farming on Welker Farms with 1, 2, 3, 4 fields on this property. Use the land to your advantage. Now you also can expand this farmyard. You don't have to keep it in that little area. You may do as you wish. So that is what you do to get set up. And then, of course, you know, all that money is your money after you buy your first farmland. So you don't have to build out your complete farm for your first farm right away. You could buy your equipment and put down a farmhouse and one shed and then finish your farm build later. But just remember, you have to buy all 3 farmlands, farmland 1, 2, and 20. And then you have to build farms on each one of those. And then you have to finish with $1 million and have all your debt paid off. But that is the Welker's Farmland Challenge here on Welker Farms by Mapper's Paradise, everybody. If you have enjoyed this presentation of the Welker's Farmland Challenge by myself, RustyMoney, I would appreciate it if you drop me a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as a delicious donut. And don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing the videos and live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and comment.